Good day, everyone. This is Jen's fashion channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut an off-shoulder princess dart. So if it is what we are all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will take my vertical measurement. I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line, taking 5 inches off for the off-shoulder effect. I will come down by 13.5 inches for the under bust line. I will come down by 17 inches for the waistline, and I'm going to add half an inch for joining allowance. I'm going to draw the lines. Then the next thing is to get my bust span. So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2, plus half an inch for joining. I will mark it on the bust line. Then on the under bust line, I'm going to remove half an inch from what I got on the bust line. I got 4 inches. That's my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2 will give me 3.5 inches. Plus half an inch for joining, it will give me 4 inches. So I'm going to remove half an inch from it. I will have 3.5 inches. So I'm going to mark it on the under bust line, mark the same thing on the waistline and the joining allowance line. Then I'm going to connect like so. Then the next thing is to get the under bust dart. So from this point, I'm going to go out by 2 inches. But if your bust measurement is from 36 inches down, you go out by 1.5 inches. If it is from 45 inches up, you go out by 2.5 inches. I will mark it. Then from this point, I will go down by 1 inch. This is to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. I will mark it and I'm going to connect it to the under bust dart like so. Then I will connect the under bust dart straight down to the joining allowance line. Then on the baseline, I'm going to take my shoulder measurement, divide by 2. And I'm going to minus 1.5 inches, okay? Because what I'm working on is an off-shoulder dress. So I will have 6.5 inches left. I will mark it here. Then the next thing is to get my armhole depth. And for me to get my armhole depth, I will take my bust measurement, divide by 6, plus 1.5 inches. Remember, this is an off-shoulder dress. And already we have taken 5 inches off for the off-shoulder effect. So I'm going to take that 5 inches off, okay? And I will come down by 8 inches. I will mark it and I'm going to connect like so. Then I will draw a horizontal line from those points as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get my neck curve. So I'm going to go in from this point by 1 inch. If you look at this dress well, you can see that it has a tiny strap. So we are going to use this 1 inch for the strap, okay? Then for the neck depth, I will come down by 2.5 inches. Taking that 5 inches off for the off-shoulder effect, I have 7.5 inches, okay? Though this purely depends on you. It depends on how deep you want your neckline. Then I'm going to connect like so. This is where I'm going to fix the strap. Then the next thing is to get my armhole curve. So I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 4. I will mark it on the chest line. Then I'm going to connect like so to get a perfect armhole curve. Then the next thing is to get where my princess dart will fall. So I'm going to come down from those points by 2 inches, okay? I will mark it and I'm going to connect it to the bust point like so. Then from this point, I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch and go up by 1/2 inch to form the dart. Then from this my bust point, I'm going to go out by 1/2 inch. I will mark it and I'm going to connect it like so to form my armhole dart. Then I'm going to replace this 1-inch dart intake here. So from this point, I'm going to go out by 1 inch. I will mark it and I'm going to connect it. Then from this my chest line, I will also go out by 1 inch. I will mark it and I'm going to connect like so to create a new armhole curve, because if you cut without doing this, the armhole curves will not align. Then I will take my horizontal measurement on the chest line. I'm going to add 2 inches for joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for joining allowance. On the underbust line, I'm going to take my underbust measurement divide by 4. I will replace these 2 inches dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I will replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. So guys, this is just it for drafting. I will now go ahead and cut. So follow me closely. Let's cut. I'm going to add 1/2 inch joining allowance here, okay? Because I need that 1/2 inch to join the strap. Please do not forget, it is very necessary. Then I will continue cutting. So guys, that's a side. You can see how perfect it came out. This is where I'm going to join the strap, okay? I will now move into the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I'm going to take out 1 inch for my zipper. I will mark and I'm going to draw the line. Then I will go ahead and take my vertical measurement. I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line, taking 5 inches off for the off shoulder effect. I will come down by 17 inches for the waistline, and I'm going to add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. I will draw the lines. Then the next thing is to get my bust span. So I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2. I will add 1/2 inch for joining allowance. I will mark it on the bust line. Then on the waistline, I'm going to remove 1/2 inch from what I got on the bust line. I will mark it on the waistline and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. What we are working on the back panel is also a princess dart, okay? So I'm going to connect like so. Then I'm going to take my shoulder measurement divide by 2 minus 1.5 inches. I will mark it on the baseline just the same way we did on the front part of the dress. Then the next thing is to get my armhole depth, and for me to get my armhole depth, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So I'm going to come down by what I got here, taking 5 inches off for the off shoulder effect. Then I'm going to mark and connect like so. Then I will draw a horizontal line from those points as my chest line. Then the next thing is to get where the princess dart will fall. So I'm going to come down from this point by 2 inches, okay? I will mark it on this my armhole line. Then I'm going to connect it to the bust point like so. Then the next thing is to get my armhole curve. So I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 4. I will mark it on the chest line. Then I'm going to connect like so to get my armhole curve. Then I'm going to extend this, my princess dart line, to this curve like so. Now, if you measure where you have the princess dart or the back panel on the armhole side and where you have it on the front panel, you will notice that the back part is a bit higher than the front panel. That's how it should be. It should be half an inch to 1 inch higher than the front panel out there. Then for the neck curve, I'm going to come down from this point by 3 inches. This purely depends on you. It depends on how deep you want it, okay? I will mark it. Then from this point, I'm going to go in by 1 inch, just the same way we did on the front part of the dress for our strap, okay? Then I'm going to connect like so. Then I will now take my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I'm going to add 2 inches for joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement, divide by 4. I will add 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement, divide by 4. I'm going to add 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it, and I will mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I'm going to connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. And on this waistline, I'm going to go in by half an inch. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. I'm going to connect like so. Then I will add my 1 inch zipper allowance. I will start taking the zipper allowance from this half an inch I went inward on the waist area, and I'm going to carry on like so. Then I will connect my markings. So guys, this is just it. It is that simple. I will now go ahead and cut. I almost forgot to add joining allowance here. Please do not skip this part. It is very important. I will now continue cutting. So guys, this is just it for the back panel. You can see how perfect it came out. Then for the strap, remember that we removed 5 inches for the off-shoulder effect, both for the front parts and the back parts. So altogether, I have 10 inches. Then I'm going to add extra 1 inch for joining allowance, because I'm going to use half an inch to join the back part to the dress and the front part to the dress, okay? So I have 11 inches. So 11 inches is going to be the length of the strap that I'm going to cut, okay? Then the width is going to be 1 inch, okay? And I will add extra half an inch for joining allowance, okay? I have gone ahead to cut the strap using the measurement. So I'm going to use half an inch to turn it over like so, okay? So this is how it's going to come out, all right? And this is how I'm going to join it. I believe you can resonate with that. For the sleeve, okay, I've done a tutorial on how to cut your basic off-shoulder sleeve. You can check it out in the description box below. So guys, this is it, and this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like and share. See you in my next video. Bye.